Today I'm going to teach you how to diagnose your windshield wiper sprayers if they're not working. First thing you need to check is under the hood. The washer fluid only, this symbol right here, this is what you're looking for. It may be empty. The next thing you're going to want to check is if you can hear the motor running. Now if you don't hear the motor running, go ahead and check your fuses. Now if you've got washer fluid and your motor's running, the next thing it could be is a broken hose. Now this was the problem on mine. It broke right down here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to fix that so your washer sprayers will work again. We have our windshield wiper fluid hose that is hard plastic. I don't know why they used hard plastic for half of it when they could have just used rubber tubing like they did for the other half. So today we're going to be replacing all this hard tubing with some flexible tubing that I picked up from my local parts store. As you can see here, we have these little plastic clips. It's holding our hard plastic tubing in. We need to remove these because the tubing we're putting in is a bit thicker and these clips aren't going to work for it. Now move on to the second clip. Uh-oh, this is why we need to change this tubing out. Over time, this hard plastic tubing, it gets brittle and breaks. Not only did the tubing break on this one, the clip broke too. A little persuasion and it's gone. Next we have this clip on the hood, but be careful with this one as the hood is fiberglass and you could rip the fiberglass out. And look, this plastic is so brittle we broke another piece of the tubing. Okay, now that we've got that one off, there's one more that we're going to save right down here. The clip might not close all the way, but it will fit in there. From pulling on it, it looks like our tubing is disconnected from the sprayer. This hard plastic tubing connects to the sprayer on the driver's side and tees off to the passenger side sprayer. So these are the two junctions. This one is an L shape, this one connects to the sprayer on the passenger side, and this one is a T shape, this one connects to the sprayer on the driver's side. Now we have all the old hose removed, it's time to start installing the new hose. I picked up this vacuum connector assortment kit from my local parts store, and on the back it shows the size of the connector, and this matches up with the size of the tubing that we're using. Inside this kit you'll find all the connectors, we just need to find the right size that we're looking for. You can see right here at the very top, it shows the size, and this is the size we need, the 3/16, but we don't need it to tee off. There we go. So with this we're going to start from the passenger side. I'm going to take this L connector that connects to the passenger side sprayer, and I'm going to connect this connector to it. Now we need to take our length of tubing and connect it to this connector. Okay. Now I got about 8 feet of tubing. We need to connect the passenger side connector to the sprayer, and then feed the tubing through the hood over to the driver's side connector. Make sure you pull it all the way through because we need to get the shortest piece possible. Once we're here, pull the tubing so it's the right length, cut the tubing, and then use another connector to connect the tubing to the T-junction on the driver's side sprayer. Once we have that done, we're going to connect another connector to the other side of the T-junction, and then connect the remaining length of hose to that connector. Take the other end of the hose and feed it through the heat shield on the hood. Once the line is all the way through, connect the T to the driver's side sprayer. We have our length of tubing, it's coming out of the heat shield, and we just need to route it down to where it connects to the original OEM hose. Since we removed the connectors, I'm going to be using zip ties for this. Luckily on this part of the hood there's 2 holes, one for the original clip, and then there's another one right above where the hood connects to the car. Now I'm going to take the hose and I'm going to route it to the lower clip. I'm going to put the hose in the clip and close it best I can. We don't want to crush it because then it'll restrict flow. Now you don't have to do this, but I've learned over the years that zip ties, once you cut them off, they can be very sharp. I use a lighter or a torch and I torch the end of the zip ties. That way you don't cut yourself on those zip ties if you or somebody else is working under the hood again. Utilizing where we had the clips before, we're going to be taking a zip tie and putting it through that hole and just going around the fender right here. This is going to hold the hose down so it doesn't flop around under the hood. And again, don't forget to torch it so you don't cut yourself. Alright, straighten the hose out. Put the next zip tie on. And torch it. Perfect. Now we have our remaining length of tubing here. First cut off the hose just slightly longer than you think you need it. We're going to take one last 3/16 connector and we're going to connect these two hoses together. Connect the connector and we're finished. Okay, and here's the moment of truth. Let's see if it works. It works. Also, you guys can ignore the leakage from the sprayers. These are not the OEM sprayers. I did have to get them aftermarket. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing the video with your friends. If you know anybody with a Dodge product, or a Chrysler product, or a Jeep product, this video will help them out if their hard plastic tubing has been cracked, or if they refill their windshield wiper fluid and it's not spraying. I'll see you guys next time.